everybody.
live.
We're going live. We're going live. Are we live? Are we live?
We're live.
We're
We're live.
live. Get in there, Lewis. Welcome, everybody, to the Qatar qualifying watch-along on the WTF1 YouTube channel. Joining me for this watch-along journey is, of course, Tom Bellingham. Slightly different angle. He's just doing a little bit of a mix-up today.
I've had to come downstairs because my usual setup's a bit chaotic upstairs. So got back in the old podcast room,
like
I guess.
A proper YouTuber. I'm not going to lie to you, mate. You really
Is
do.
it this? I do have to hold this and constantly be and move that around all the time.
Matt late? No, big man Ank. Not late. Qualifying hasn't even
I
started
thought you were just calling someone big man.
Big man.
No, big man.
No, we were not late.
We're not. 30 seconds to go. Qualified.
So,
Easy.
We move. Oops, I've started the timer. I didn't mean to do that, everybody. That is not what's left in the session, I promise. How are you, Tommy? Looking forward to this one?
I am. I actually really like this track. It's quite cool. It's very fast. I don't know if it'd be... yeah, it's Mugello. It's Imola kind of style. I know it's not maybe... It doesn't have quite the undulation and stuff, but in terms of just lots of high-speed corners, could be absolutely horrendous for overtaking, but I think qualifying is going to be good.
Exactly.
Look amazing through the middle.
Shock you like a venue that's got good qualifying and maybe not a good place for overtaking.
How dare I enjoy cars going quick?
Yeah, absolutely. But we are now underway, so I can start the timer. Let's have a look. 35, 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Mazepin's made it out of the pit lane this time. He had a problem. Well, he's had a bit of a difficult weekend, actually.
He's done
chassis broke in FP2, and then in FP3, he got his car ready, came straight out of the pit lane and broke down.
So how much running has he actually done this weekend?
Not
that many laps, probably.
Not a lot. I can't tell you exactly the number of
video from
laps.
him. Thank you very much for getting the car ready. So...
yeah, good job from Haas to fix
everything at the Mo. So there you go. 3 races to go in this epic F1 championship, Tommy. It looks like advantage Mercedes going into this qualifying session, doesn't it? But
yes, we've all gone for a Merc 1-2.
Yeah, back to the old days, isn't it? Really, back to the old days.
It does feel a little bit 2020 with them genuinely being about half a second quicker, which you could say is a worry. You could say is good because they're technically behind in the driver's title. So if anything, if you're a neutral, you want Hamilton to catch up, as we've said, and many people have said many times, if Max is second, Hamilton first in the next 2, then it's even Stevens going into the last race. So
because you can't think, if they do finish 1-2, that Perez and Bottas won't get fastest lap for all of those. That's a terrible way of putting that. But basically, unless Perez and Bottas are fighting on the track really closely, you'd imagine that one of them would pit to go for fastest lap. Like that.
Exactly. And I genuinely think maybe not this race, but the next, definitely one of the final 2 is literally going to get to the point now where I think they're willing to sacrifice their races completely, even if it drops like them off the podium. They're going to go for the drivers. I think Red Bull especially, and this is very sorry, Perez fans, that you won't want to hear this, but Perez running 3rd and say he needs to pit for fastest lap and it drops him down to 6th, I think they'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, they're willing to lose points for Perez in Silverstone already, weren't they? So they will do it even more ruthlessly.
Have to go extreme now, especially now Mercedes are looking unstoppable.
Matt's mic is definitely lower. Okay, how about now? Matt's mic is definitely lower. How about those apples? I feel like I've just turned it up a wick. So hopefully, maybe, I don't know. I hate technology. I really do. No, I'm not changing the right thing. Right. How about now? How about now? Maybe. I don't know. I may have turned it up. Who knows? Let me check Audacity actually, because that thing always seems to change my mic volume. So, apparently that's 100%. So there you go. Carry on.
My wife's just messaged me to say, Crofty said your stat that we posted just now on our channel, but he didn't credit us. Oh, Mazepin's front wing's broken.
Oh. So his weekend... Oh, and he's carrying on. as well. Let's have a look. He's, knowing which corner we're at is quite difficult around here. I haven't
Especially 'cause it's
particularly
a new
learned this
track.
circuit. Oh,
No.
okay.
Oh, wow. It's not even...
It's just flexing.
Yeah.
How strange.
I think everyone here thought this would be one of those tracks, oh, just fly over the curbs. They're flat. They're for motorbikes.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. And actually, it's almost similar to the Red Bull Ring, where we saw that year where people were going over the curbs and it just obliterating the car. As I was saying, the stat that we posted, I'm sure you'll have seen it, is that every new F1 venue since 2010, the person on pole wins a title. So
That's an insane stat. Thank you, Tommy. As you mentioned before, Bottas is getting pole now, like 100%.
100%
Watch the
jinxing
Tommy
it.
jinx. Watch the Tommy jinx come into play.
Yeah, it is a crazy stat because it's seven. That's 7 venues. That's quite a lot of venues for it to carry on for, and obviously different title contenders going way back to Sebastian Vettel in Korea 2010, which feels like a lifetime ago now.
That is a long, long time ago. That's 11 years ago. Goodness gracious me. Gasly round the final corner. We've apparently got no time for the top 7, which I don't think is true. Oh, there we go. They've changed. Gasly goes P4. Sainz, Leclerc. It's a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. Sebastian Vettel, 45 thousandths off the 2 Ferraris. That's a pretty good lap from the Aston Martin. And then we've got lots of drivers going slowly, which does not surprise me at all.
Oh, they really need to. I guess it won't be as big next year with maybe that they don't need a slipstream as much, but it does get a bit farcical, doesn't it, when they're all going slowly.
Tommy, who doesn't love a bit of juicy slipstream down the straight? I think they're always going to want it. I was going to use a different term to slipstream, and I'm really glad I didn't. That would have been
Is it one you've used before?
Yeah, with the 2 C's. Hamilton into turn 1 from the rear angle, and as I was mentioning earlier, it seems as though Mercedes definitely have the upper hand. Of course, there's lots of toys being thrown out the pram between the 2 top teams of Mercedes and Red Bull. Whether this will come of anything, or maybe they'll outlaw something, I don't know. But Christian Horner thinks that the rear wing's flexing too much. They released an image to basically suggest there was evidence of this, and we'll see how that unfolds over the coming days. Hamilton and Verstappen setting similar first sectors.
Hamilton's quicker though.
Yeah, just about.
It's Mercedes are looking mighty, and it does seem like it's at that stage, proper war of words between them both. Hamilton is 8 tenths quicker than Perez in the second sector. Boy, that Merc is quick.
Top analysis from Tom Bellingham, as always, the WTF1 founder. Bottas is only 61 thousandths up on Perez. Hamilton's 8 tenths up. Norris goes fastest, over 3 tenths quicker than Perez. Hamilton's probably going to smash that into the low 1 minute 22s. He does indeed. A 22.0.
Verstappen's going to go second, I imagine.
Yeah, not too bad.
So 2 tenths. Probably as close as he's been all weekend, really.
Bottas had an absolute shocker here. Oh, my days. Bottas 4th.
Yeah, nearly a second slower than Hamilton.
We say that, and Perez is 5th, even slower than that. So the 2 teammates not having a great start to Q1.
Yeah, Bottas and Perez are about off their teammates, the same as each other. And Norris has, popped it into P3. It did not... Well, none of us have gone for a McLaren in the predictions.
No, it's not going to happen, Tommy. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. It is Q1 though, and that is a decent lap time to potentially
look at those
challenge.
sparks.
That's insane. That's insane, the amount of sparks.
Red Bull always does that, but that is
that's the most I've seen, I think.
Yeah, I think ever in F1.
Ever in F1, straight up, Tommy, just dropping the facts. You've measured
for
the
spark
to air ratio.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, that was insane. Here's Yuki, your man Yuki, Tommy. He's been looking all right this weekend.
He did
definite chance to get through to Q3.
Yeah, let's hope so, because it is a track similar to Bahrain. Loads of sparks from the AlphaTauri. I guess it's even more at night, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see the scraping along the ground. 3 tenths slower in the first sector.
yeah, Gasly
Gasly's
goes
now
P3.
popped it up into P3, which is, AlphaTauri looking, especially in Gasly's hands, very quick. Should suit their car a lot.
Should see their car a lot. Where? In this qualifying session?
Suit deck. I feel like I said suit, but it did sound like C.
So we're going to see the car a lot. Oh, lovely. Tsunoda 6 tenths down on Hamilton in the middle sector. Just really needs to get within, well, a couple of tenths of his teammate maybe, and that'll safely see him through to Q2. Have you got any engine penalties this weekend, Tommy?
Not that I've seen. Oh, my word.
That's a Ferrari literally going off the track at the last corner to get out the way, but
everyone diving out the way of Yuki on his final run. It's going to go top 6, maybe?
Yeah,
Fifth.
Lovely stuff.
Very nice.
That Ferrari would have had a slightly difficult final corner because, of course, it's a long run down to turn 1 and you want to get as good an exit as possible. We've got both the Alpines now out there as well. Phoenix
89 says, back to Hambot there was good while it lasted. It does feel that way. We've obviously said that in all our predictions pretty much, although Katie's gone very bold and gone that Gasly's going to out-qualify Verstappen. She's had a mad one.
She just had to change it, didn't she? So that we didn't have all of the same predictions.
And then I changed mine because we did last week, didn't we? We all picked the same.
Yeah.
And
so you think Perez is going to have a bit of a stinker?
Yeah.
Oh, Alonso P3.
So hello, Fernando.
Wow. Good evening. Ocon only 8th. Alonso, what a lap time. P3, half a second off Hamilton. Bottas has gone fastest in the first sector. He's going again, of course, nearly a second off Lewis at the moment. Let's see how he's looking in that middle sector. Is he purple as well? No, he's not purple, but he's up.
No, he's going to go second.
Track already seeming to ramp up a little bit with Alonso going P3, you have to say.
This middle sector really is incredible to watch these cars.
It's just such high speed, isn't it?
It is. It kind of defies logic, really. It doesn't, I guess, because it's not designed for Formula One cars, it's designed for motorbikes. Watching an F1 car, it does look like a show run or something where they're just like, watch this. Oh, Bottas has done it. 3,000ths.
So just about gone quicker. Where does Danny Rick go? Only 11th. Not particularly ideal. They've got Leclerc 12th, Perez 13th. So they'll all have to make sure they set a better lap time than that. Perez only goes 12th on his next run.
What is going on with Perez?
Having a bit of a shocking start to his qualifying.
Something absolutely horrendous would have to happen for him to be knocked out, but he's going to have to improve in Q2, or otherwise...
He will be out.
He will be out.
So 3,000 separating Bottas and Hamilton at the top. Then it's Verstappen, Alonso, Sainz, Gasly, Norris, Tsunoda, Ocon, Vettel, the top 10. Then it's Ricciardo, Perez, Leclerc, Stroll, Russell. And the bottom 5, Latifi, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher and Mazepin. Oh, Ocon's having some vibrations. The whole
odd
car
pit
is
lane
shaking.
As well, this one.
Yeah, very odd. Attack it in.
Yeah. Pit lane limiter is a long way after the corner, so you're essentially taking a very thin part of the track with walls, although Perez looks like he's on a quick run now, so maybe he did a quick lap first, and then
I think he's just still out there, isn't he? From what I understand, he's just going round and round trying to do a lap. He is improving in the first and second sector. Where does Perez go with this lap time? It's P4.
There we go. Better. That's more like it.
Much better. So Perez P4. That will safely see him through to Q2. Who is potentially at risk? Lance Stroll as well, down in 14th. He needs to improve. Verstappen fastest in the middle sector. But it does seem like the track is ramping up.
In FP3, Lance Stroll was very angry, banging his steering wheel, sort of saying the car was awful and getting very annoyed.
Yeah, he was like smashing the steering wheel, wasn't he? It was a bit weird.
Not very happy. Here comes Verstappen then. What can he do? Was purple in the middle?
It's going to come over the line, and it's going to be, fastest. The first driver into the 21s. So Verstappen P1. 23 thousandths of a second separating Verstappen, Bottas and Hamilton Oh, this is mad. I've literally, because I can hear the Sky commentary, I said exactly the same thing as Brundle about 2 seconds earlier. And I said exactly the same thing as Crofty 2 seconds earlier as well. So this is a bit weird, a bit of a weird echo. I'd have to imagine Hamilton's gone out there when the track was a lot greener. So I think Lewis probably still has a bit more in the tank, as does Bottas.
Yeah, but I guess that's maybe a little bit, a nice thing to see, because it did look like Red Bull didn't really have a chance. So, or is, like you say, is it just getting our hopes up that it's a lot closer than it is?
Yeah.
We shall see.
Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Nicholas Latifi. He really seems to genuinely be getting a handle of that Williams against George Russell. He's only 4 thousandths off Russell in this particular qualifying session as well. He, of course, out-qualified him last time. Let's, I think we give we put some respect on Nicholas Latifi's name at the end of this season.
I agree. Something that wasn't done in the Sky coverage when Crofty sort of rudely said to him that he needed a sprint race to out-qualify George, and then Latifi was like, no, I did it literally in the last race. And he was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's just not a necessary comment, is it? But
no, it was a bit rude. But yeah, Latifi, if George Russell is as good as we think he is, and I'm sure
Latifi's
many
the
people
GOAT.
agree.
He's up to 13th now, by the way.
Yeah, incredible stuff.
Is Latifi the GOAT? We'll find out. George Russell coming to the line now. Will he get above his teammate? He's coming towards the line. Only a couple of seconds to go. 10th. Russell goes 10th, so he is faster than Nicholas
Track
Latifi.
Evolution doing...
Yeah, 2.5 tenths quicker than Latifi.
So now Stroll's in trouble.
Yeah,
Daniel
Stroll.
Ricciardo as well.
And Leclerc, 15th.
That would be a shot.
Leclerc, 15th, my darling.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
There's something about that driver at risk graphic. Even though it's massive, you kind of forget it.
Well. Yeah, just... We have lots of affectionate names for each other, me and Tommy, but I don't tend to say it on live watchalongs, but here we are. Sorry, Tommy, you were saying?
At least you're being much more PC about it in the live version.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true. Here's a replay of Max sparking.
The amount of times that we've seen, particularly something like a Red Bull, that wing is so low, just smashing on the floor in a slow-mo replay. And
yeah, it's mad how durable it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Leclerc needs to get on it.
These cars are.
Cars out there as well. This is a little bit of pressure. There's a lot of cars in front of him. Any one of these could.
While you think it could be, he should easily get through on pace, not only traffic, you've also got track limit issues.
Track limits. You've got the fact that I think Raikkonen and Giovinazzi are both in front of him. So if they set their lap times, improve, put Leclerc into the bottom 5, then there's a yellow flag or whatever. He could also be in trouble. So, yeah, look. Oh, my days. Look at this.
This is not what
Leclerc's just getting on with it. Look at this. Gentleman's agreement out the window.
Well, he does not want to be starting behind a Haas. That is not a great call. Oh, this is getting silly.
This is getting very interesting.
All the cars are going for it. So...
yeah, that is an interesting one. Hamilton team radio. Lot of traffic, he said.
Surely going that slow into the final corners,
your
hindering your run all the way down the main straight.
The Williams was going around that final corner.
So weird. Like, I don't get it.
How strange. How strange. Can Leclerc get out of the bottom? Well, he's not in the bottom 5, but very close to.
Very wide there.
Russell's going for another lap as well, and he's P10. Verstappen and Perez have not bothered going out. Bottas and Hamilton have. That's interesting.
Wonder if Hamilton and Bottas are going to just set a.
Oh, that's down. A bad first sector from Leclerc.
And he's going to have traffic now. Is that the Haas in front of him?
Can't quite say. I don't think it was a Haas when it was the traffic.
No, but I wonder if he's getting a bit of dirty
timer's going off. Apologies, everybody. There we go.
Leclerc could genuinely be in trouble here. Raikkonen's popped in P14 ahead of Latifi.
Giovinazzi only 16th.
So Leclerc is in the bottom now. He has to get out.
And he's 7 tenths down on Verstappen. Gasly goes P5. Leclerc really does need to improve it. Vettel goes 6th.
Wow.
Leclerc needs a decent
It is a
final corner
McLaren.
here.
It's a McLaren in front of him that's very close.
Sainz
Sainz pops in P4, so Leclerc needs a lap here.
Keeps it on the track. He does.
Very wide.
Leclerc will get a little distant toe. Is it enough for Leclerc to get out? Yeah, 10th position.
Ooh, 10th.
Drops Latifi down, unfortunately for him.
Leclerc went purple in the last sector.
Yeah. Russell improves again. P12.
Tsunoda's now in a worry.
Stroll's
but I think he just
19th. Stroll goes 8th. That drops Raikkonen out.
That will be it, unless Mazepin sets an absolute worldie
Hamilton
right
goes
now.
fastest. Ocon is on the... Yeah, I mean, Mazepin just pops a little worldie, and he's 3.1 seconds off the pace. Big Schumacher was only 0.3 away from getting out of Q1. Tsunoda goes 6th, ahead of Gasly.
Ooh.
Ocon goes 10th. So Russell was 15th. Alonso 6th. Mazepin...
Here comes Mazepin. What's he... No.
3 seconds off.
I can only assume...
Lack of track
running. I know he's not been the greatest in qualifying, but it's not...
lack of track running, isn't it?
Yeah, lack of track running. No setup, because, I mean, he's forced... Oh, it looks like he had his lap time deleted as well, because it's gone back to 4 seconds.
No, he did improve to that.
No, but what I'm saying is it was 2 seconds. It said 2 seconds.
No, he was definitely
Or maybe
4.
was it 2 seconds off Mick?
Yeah, he was definitely 4 seconds off
Mick. Okay, fair. Yeah, so yeah, there's no way he's that low on pace. So Russell makes it through.
Just about, by the skin of his teeth. Lando 14th as well. That's quite close as well. So yeah, interesting. We could see some surprise entries, like both the Aston Martins looking pretty quick.
It's very close in the midfield, isn't it?
Could they drop out? I mean, if that was Q2, it'd be Ocon, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Norris, and Russell out, which would be quite the shocking dropout, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
So there you go. That's Q1
I guess
done
not
dusted.
the biggest surprise.
No, not the biggest surprise, but close.
The midfield is
Some
looking
struggles.
very interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's set up nicely for Q2. Really, I think if you had to pick 5 drivers that were probably going out, you probably would have gone for those 5. But Q2, on the other hand, like you say, you had Norris down there. Aston were maybe better than we thought, but probably because they got a second clean run in. So, yeah.
I just heard Mazepin's team radio because I have the benefit of, not having ad breaks. And I do find it weird how the team hype him up as much as they do with things like that. Like, they said he missed free practice and whatever, but like, where's the line? You know what I mean? Like, where's the line of sympathy and then being like, well, you're a racing driver, you shouldn't maybe be 2.5 seconds off your teammate. I don't know. Because, I mean, as much as he doesn't have a setup.
I don't think they will ever do that in public.
No, but it's very, what are we seeing here? I'm saying, dearie me. Oh, I mean, you're not going to see that just yet, but Vettel passing a Ferrari.
It's just funny watching you
Lovely.
do F1 commentary on what I'm seeing, which is just an advert for an iPhone or something, and you're like, oh, what's this? I'm like,
Seb passed Gasly on the pit exit.
Oh,
and passed a Ferrari on the pit entry. Interesting. Oh my God. Okay, you're about to see some crazy stuff, Tommy. Lando, it's an Alpine. I don't know which one.
Did this happen at the last race and wasn't investigated?
What?
There was some dodgy business where they were passing each other, wasn't there? In the
potentially,
I'm sure there was some dodgy business where they were passing each other in the pit lane and all sorts. But
there was a very close call, which I saw as well, between an Alpine and Lando Norris, where the Alpine swooped wide to take a really fast run to start his lap. Lando thought he was letting him through, tried to go up the inside, and then just ever so nearly lost his front wing. So I imagine it'll be a replay we see shortly. But that could have been quite disappointing for old Lando.
What I want to know is why. Surely it's quicker. Oh, here we go. I'm getting to see it now. Yeah, Vettel not waiting around.
So I can't see this. So you tell me what's going on.
So Vettel, yeah, is going past Gasly, and now I'm seeing that Lando. Ooh, the Lando replay where trying to go up the inside. Can I just say the whole this whole gentleman's agreement thing that was
nothing.
such a hot topic at the start of the year and all the
rubbish.
drivers sort of kicking off at Mazepin for not obeying it. It seems like every driver now has just gone,
Just does it.
all right, we're just not going to, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter then now. And everyone's just gone, okay, we'll just go for a free for all, because it seems like every race now people are just swapping positions. There's no real agreement anymore, and everyone just goes for it.
I mean, I prefer to see it that way anyway. It's a lot of controversy, isn't it? It's good. It's good fun watching some last-minute overtakes.
And at the end of the day,
sector.
they're all out for each other. Why give your rivals an advantage for absolutely no reason?
Exactly. And they are well within their rights to pass in qualifying. So interesting. Very interesting.
So would you? What are you saying for your predictions? Still happy?
I was about
I'm
to
looking
ask you
at
that as well. Oh my God, we're so in sync. That's
I
incredible.
was about to say we're so in sync as well. Oh my God.
Jinx Private Padlock. Would I change anything? No.
Vicky even said in the chat at the same time, is your top 5 still the same?
Oh,
I wonder
wow.
if this
And
is
that-
just like in our head that we always say it at this point.
At this point, yeah.
And it just pops into our head.
I wouldn't change mine, no. Would you? You would definitely take Leclerc out.
I would change mine back to my original one, which was yours. Yes, I would probably stick to it and not change it just for the sake of some variety, and actually stick to what I thought, which would have been Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Gasly, Perez.
I love
But
it.
we shall see.
Well done for changing your prediction, because I wasn't changing mine. I think Perez could get P4 if he hooks it up, but it just depends whether he does in that Q3 session, track limits, etc. as well. Keep an eye on that. What is Uri do?
It is the Qatari National Mobile Phone Company.
Is it? Oh. There you go. Thank you
I
so
only
much.
know that because Ted said during his coverage, he's like, if you're wondering what Ooredoo is, and I was like, yes, I have been for the last 2 days. Even though I could definitely have just Googled it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Google is your friend and my friend, and I could have just Googled it myself. Here we go, 14:15, and timer is underway. Here we go.
How much off P1 was Gasly on the mediums?
Was he on the mediums, was he?
Was he?
Why would he have been out on the mediums? Surely everyone was out on the softs, no? Anyway, he was quite...
Eric says, where's the cute one? I'm right here. I don't know what that comment's about.
God's sake. You definitely wrote that comment on your burner account and then replied to it, didn't you? Love it. Absolutely love it. So Q2 is underway. Everybody loves a filling conversation of how cute Tommy is out of 10. Actually,
Speaking
can we
of,
do that? Can we do that? Chat, can you rate Tommy's cuteness out of 10, please? Sorry, Tommy, you were saying?
Well, we did just see it then. I've got a question for you. So, because this is a MotoGP track, you'll probably see, I think it's at turn 2. There's like an extra mini, what looks like a miniature pit lane around the outside of turn 2. And that in MotoGP, if anyone doesn't know, is a long lap penalty. And rather than giving out time penalties in MotoGP, they make the riders... No, it's not turn 2.
Look at all those 10s
There
coming
we
in,
go,
by the
that
way,
one.
for your cuteness. Look at those comments, Tommy. Look at all those 10s. Oh, he's a cute boy.
Lovely.
Carry on.
9.5. Yeah, so they do what is essentially a long lap penalty. So you have to essentially extend the track and it's slower to get round. Do you reckon that's a good idea? Or do you think time penalties are the way to go?
Sorry, repeat that again. I was so busy looking at the out of 10 cuteness Tommy overload
All right,
things.
sorry, yeah.
No,
It is distracting.
Ask the question again, please. We've got more than enough time.
So the long lap penalty in MotoGP, they essentially have an extra bit of runoff that they have to go around. Not too dissimilar to Formula E attack mode, but it normally goes completely off the track.
Right.
And it's designed to slow them down. So rather than giving them a 5-second penalty, they give them
take an
a
excursion,
long lap
basically.
penalty.
Yeah.
So you have to do a little longer bit of the track.
I like that. I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
so do I. I think
that
it'd be much easier to follow and more interesting than giving a 5-second penalty.
Agreed. I absolutely agree with that.
And then it gets it done in the race.
Again,
it gets it done in the race, though, and then you know the result when they cross the line. You don't have to faff about with all the...
I agree with that.
time.
The argument is there's different levels of penalties, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments there. Hilarious.
There's different lengths of penalties. So what do you have, like a 5-second excursion, a 10-second excursion, and a 20-second excursion?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all, I guess, keeps it consistent to a point and everyone gets the same penalty. But then, yeah, like I guess if they deem it worse, but then, yeah, you'd have to have lots of different routes. I'm sure if Formula One introduced it, they'd make it far too complicated and terrible. So
absolutely.
maybe it's better that they don't.
And maybe if they do something good, like we race in Bahrain, and if a driver's voted driver of the day, they get to do one lap of Bahrain short. Oh dear. Anyway, Q2's underway. Lots of laps happening. Hamilton 54.0 in the middle sector. What's Bottas got in his locker? Norris goes fastest, 54.2 for Bottas. So a couple of 3 tenths, I think, off what Hamilton was achieving. Sainz goes fastest now with a 22.2. That's a very nice lap time from Carlos Sainz. It was a 21.9 was the fastest in Q1. This is mediums. Hamilton around the final corner. He's actually down on Sainz, Hamilton. What's he going to do in this final sector? Probably a bit quicker. It is, half a second. He made up half a second in that last sector. Bottas coming over the line as well. It's a 21.9 for Bottas. Gasly's gone fastest in the first sector. Go on, Pierre.
Gasly is...
Oh, he is on softs,
thriving.
though. He is on softs. I wonder why he's on softs. That's weird. Tsunoda goes third, probably on softs as well. Perez only sixth. Yeah. Verstappen comes over the line with P2, 3 tenths off Hamilton. Gasly... Why are they out on softs? P2.
Well, that's it. They're not going to go better. They're not going to go better. But surely they can make it through. AlphaTauri, stop it. They always like to do. I'm sorry, I don't want to roast them, but AlphaTauri just. We've said this a few times, and they've done it a lot, particularly in wet races. They always try and do something different, and sometimes it's just not needed.
Hear me out. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? My theory. AlphaTauri are a Red Bull team. AlphaTauri, with a Gasly and a Tsunoda in P5 and 6, fast off the line down towards turn 1, gets in the mix with potentially the Mercedes. Maybe. I don't know. Depends how qualifying goes. But maybe even just a Bottas, maybe Hamilton on pole, fair enough, not reachable. But I don't know. Maybe they're deploying some rear gunners. I don't know.
Chaos theory. Yeah. I mean, I know Yuki did a dive bomb in Brazil, but I think he'd have to break even later to get anywhere near Hamilton
why
at
else
turn
they
1.
do it. No idea. Unless they think they're genuinely
just
really
love
good on the softs.
They love to mix it up, don't they? I won't say it now. I'll say it in the lull, but it reminds me about an interesting Q2 tyre rule that I want to talk about when we have the little lull in the middle of the session.
Okay, no worries. I definitely will forget, but look forward to hearing that. Hearing that a little bit later on. It's like we've just teased a feature. It's like, stay tuned to the Watchalong where we hear about Tommy and his thoughts about the Q2 tyre rule. Vettel is half a second up on Danny Rick's time. Aston Martin looking pretty good this weekend, it has to be said. Perez is going to have to go again, by the way. Down in P8, a second almost off Hamilton on the same tyre. Perez is going to have to go on the softs, I think.
Right. I know. Yeah. To be honest, I know you mentioned about this AlphaTauri Red Bull team. If anything, they're knocking Perez out and going to make Perez have to get on the softs at this rate. So
very true, actually. Yeah, they've not thought this through very, very well. If that's what they're doing. Alonso's now fastest in the first sector. Ocon goes 6th. Perez is now 10th. He's going to have to go on softs, Perez, unless it was a shocking lap that he can improve on. Lance Stroll goes 9th. Perez is now in the drop zone. Alonso,
yikes,
has not set a lap time yet. He's on the soft tyres as well. So clearly a lot of drivers thinking that the soft tyres are okay. P6 for Alonso. Wow. Okay. Perez down in 12th.
Big yikes.
Leclerc last in this session. Danny Rick 14th. Goodness me. So they've gone out on the mediums. So Sainz has done a great lap on the mediums in that Ferrari, P8. Leclerc's had a disappointing lap. I was just listening to Charles and see what he's saying. He doesn't know what to say. So the only 4 drivers that are currently on the mediums are Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas and Sainz. And then, of course, the Norris, Perez, Ricciardo, Leclerc, they're all in the bottom 5. Interesting. What are we going to see here, Tommy?
We are going to see Perez going on softs.
We are. I think we are. And to be fair,
right,
softs don't degrade as much as they thought they were because it's the step harder this weekend, isn't it? It's the mediums were the soft. No. Yeah, No, wait. The softs from last week.
Oh, I hate this thing. It doesn't really matter, does it?
The mediums. My brain's just exploded. Either or, they're a step harder. This
Either
weekend.
or. Well, we've got this lull, and actually, the
softs this weekend were the mediums last weekend.
This tyre thing has actually worked to perfection with this theory that I'm about to tell you. Because I got a message from a DM. I'll show him out. It's called Tiago, and he messaged me and said, "Been thinking about this one. Wouldn't it make more sense if teams, because the whole point is Q2 is meant to mix up the grid, this Q2 tyre rule that we don't really like, but
that doesn't mix up the grid really much at all, yeah.
If they did it in Q3 instead, you'd get people risking more of getting grid position over starting tyre. And if you think that if this was Q3 now, it makes sense, like Gasly risking going for softs, it makes the race really exciting because he's starting on softs and he's going to drop back. But instead, what's going to happen is they all get on the same tyre again in Q3. Gasly's going to finish about fifth again, Tsunoda down, Alonso down, and they're shuffled back, but still have to start on the softs. Whereas if you did it in this, you'd have a nice gamble of, do you sacrifice position versus starting tyres? And it would mean a lot more. And I think you'd get a much more tasty mixed up grid, as we're seeing right now.
You make a very valid point, Tommy. I think it would just force...
Tiago does.
I think it would just force a lot of the teams, if necessary, to just start on the softs, like the Hamiltons and the Verstappens. But then that would also make it interesting if, the top half all had to go on softs to, get track position, but then 6th down to 10th had the luxury of doing it on the mediums or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, that's an interesting conversation and maybe one that needs to be taken to Ross Brawn and co. We'll see. Well,
they're probably not, because it looks like they're getting rid of the Q2 rule
altogether. Oh yeah, so we'll see. George Russell over the line. He does improve, but does not improve position. 13th for George Russell. Don't imagine he's going to have any more soft tyres left, but we shall see.
He's not getting through, as you say. Probably not the best idea in theory then for the Williams to go on the softs.
Why would it not be a good idea for the Williams to go on the softs?
Oh wait, sorry, no, he can change because he's not qualifying there. I'm still in this Q2 tyre rule.
Sorry, it's been 10,
I know.
It's been a long season, I know.
It's this early start. We're used to 6 p.m. races now.
I know. This is early. 2 p.m. Okay, 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. There's Lewis Hamilton.
So, key person here is Sergio Perez.
What's he going to do? Because, ideally...
He's got to go for the softs. He's got to.
Red Bull would want him to be on the mediums, but then they also need him to be in the mix.
In the mix, yeah. They cannot risk it.
That looks like softs to me. That very much looks like softs to me. And that's... There you go.
There we go.
Wait,
that was Verstappen, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Verstappen.
I guess he's gonna back out, isn't he? If he
would just cover
it
off. I was
going to say, he's not worried about.
I was looking at it. I guess
if
car number 33. No, that's Max.
Yeah, but
so
come on, show us.
Done. Come on, Lando's off.
This is where we need the graphic. Put the little tyre graphic next to that outlap. We don't need the outlap. We all know they're on outlaps
because the thing is not grade anymore,
and you can literally see them going around the track in the bottom right. Yeah. So get rid of that and put the little tyre thing next to it.
Tommy Sass corner. Here we go. Okay, so Sainz has gone out on another set of mediums. So Ferrari have gone, I would rather start 11th and have our own tyres than...
Ferrari do that a lot though, don't they?
The
they don't even ever... They're not good on soft tyres. They've always just gone for it.
Here we go then. Carlos Sainz starting his final lap of Q2. Interesting to see if he can improve. Only half a second off Hamilton, but he's down in 8th. But that's a pretty damn good lap time already, to be fair, considering he's on the same tyre as the Mercedes.
Oh, that's wide.
That was very wide, but probably just within track limits. Remember, you can have 2 tyres on the curb and it's still allowed. And that was very much just about allowed for Carlos Sainz. What's he up in the first sector? He's not even improving in that first sector just yet. Leclerc's on the softs. Sainz is really
so it's going to be a split strategy. Yeah, Sainz is
bossing it in that Ferrari
he's
at the
having
moment, isn't he?
Great, yeah.
Considering it's his first year at Ferrari, Leclerc's
had the experience in the car.
I'm surprised. Sainz has been so close, and if not faster than Leclerc at times, which not taking anything away from Carlos, but the fact is, he's going into a new team. Carlos is half a second down on Hamilton again. I can't imagine, unless he has a worldy last sector, he's going to improve too much, although that Ferrari was very quick in that last sector, just about on the track again. Leclerc is very much on the fringes of the top 10 as well. Even on the soft tyres, Leclerc struggling. What's Carlos Sainz got? Can he find anything to get near the Alpines? Comes over the line? No, not enough. Lando is 11th. He needs to improve on the soft tyres, especially in that fight against Ferrari.
They're all going to kick. They're all going to kick Sainz out now.
Sainz ninth. Leclerc, can he get out of? No, only 11th.
Oh my word! Leclerc's had a shocker on the softs.
Wow. Lance Stroll, currently P12. That Aston Martin was looking pretty good. Comes over the line, only 11th. Leclerc now down to 12th.
You know who we really need to see here is Sergio
Ricciardo's
Perez.
15th, by the way. Ricciardo 15th on the soft tyres. No, it's not going to be good enough, is it? 13th.
We really need to see Perez here, by the way.
We really do. Why are we not seeing Perez? He must be right at the end. Gasly improves. Wow. Improves, but stays second. Ocon over the line. 7th at the moment. He's just finished his lap on the softs again. P5.
Wow, Ocon P5.
Vettel
might...
finally, Perez.
Sainz.
He's green and green. Vettel 8th. So right now it's Stroll, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Perez, Russell. Alonso over the line. P3 for Alonso. Perez, though, improving in both the sectors. Of course, he's on the soft tyres, thankfully, telling us.
Sergio Perez.
It's going to be enough, surely. No, he's out!
No! No! Oh, that's huge for the championship.
Perez, what are you doing?
Oh, he's been so good as well recently. Oh, those poor guys, with the... I don't think they know he's 11th.
Oh, my God.
Whoa, big shock.
That's so big for this race.
Yep.
Verstappen can't take it to both the Mercedes. He can't.
No.
Oh my God. That is devastating for Red Bull.
Yeah.
Sainz through on the mediums.
Sainz, wow.
So
out-qualifying his teammate on mediums.
Maybe 3 actually huge disappointments. You've got Perez, Leclerc and Ricciardo out in Q2. So it's Perez, Stroll, Leclerc, Ricciardo and Russell out in Q2. Wow.
And I don't know how I can cover Perez there. That's appalling, really. I mean, Tsunoda's in Q3 as a rookie in the sister team on softs. I really thought Perez was going to get through there.
Wow.
That was
on soft tyres. Soft tyres.
That is massive. Like I say, that is race and championship. It's massive for both.
I'm actually flabbergasted.
Wow. Max has no chance tomorrow. People saying in the comments. I mean, this is exactly what he doesn't need because, Max is going to want to get ahead of Bottas. And now he's going to have to, Mercedes can do whatever they want with Bottas now. He's getting third minimum. Ooh. Wow.
Oh, wow. Perez literally on the team radio said we went in the worst possible window. Interesting.
Oh, so they reckon he got traffic?
I don't know. That's just what he said on the team radio. But either or, doesn't matter which window you go in. That is not good. Such a shame. You want to see both the Red Bulls go up against both the Mercedes.
Yeah, that is a big surprise. So I guess star of that, big stars of that was Sainz, Gasly and Alonso.
Big man Ank again comes in. Just seen a comment. But Perez has the choice of tyre he wants and is very good at overtaking. Yeah, but the problem is
but he doesn't
all
want
the
to be
drivers ahead of him also have, as not all, but the ones that he's supposed to be fighting all have medium tyres at hand as well.
And this is a track that we know is not, well, we don't know, but it seems like it's going to be extremely difficult for passing. And he's going to have Sainz ahead of him on the same tyre. Yes, all the soft tyre runners are going to get out of the way, but not all of them.
And even if he makes it back to
Sainz the whole race,
to P4 eventually, he's
going to be so far behind Bottas that it doesn't matter.
Exactly. He's going to be nowhere near. Your camera just glitched then. I don't know.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Have you got it in a dodgy USB port again?
Yeah, I have. I forgot to change it from the last thing. Do I dare risk it?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
YOLO it. YOLO it. Oh, go on then. Oh, wow. Tommy disappeared immediately. Hopefully he's okay. Whilst Tommy sorts himself out, what do we reckon for pole position then? I'm going to stick in a question, a poll for pole. Hamilton. Bottas.
Hamilton, or Hamilton.
Verstappen. Ask your community. Okay, so drop us some votes. Let us know what you think.
Wow.
Hello, Tim McMurdoch in the chat. Small-time YouTuber. Make sure you check out his content.
See,
Ben said, you don't look very busy at all. Do you want to play some iRacing? I mean, Ben, maybe later. Sorry, Tommy, you were saying?
I mean, if we had that wonderful Q3 tyre rule instead of Q2 tyre rule, we'd have had Gasly on the front row.
You are proper on this, aren't you?
I am. I think it's a brilliant idea. I might write a little piece for the website about it, I think.
I like it a lot. I thought of this great idea. Not Tiago.
No, well, of course, shout out Tiago.
I'm kidding. Tiago, you will receive your commendation from Stefano Domenicali himself when this gets implemented.
Yeah.
So, Q3 still to come. No Perez, no Leclerc, no Ricciardo.
Shocker for.
How would we change our top five now, Tommy? I would obviously get rid of Perez.
Yeah, replace Perez with Sainz. And
lovely. I think we're flying. You were the one that didn't put Perez in yours, but you put Leclerc in yours.
I put Leclerc, ruined it by putting Leclerc, yeah.
So none of us can get a straight sweep, unfortunately.
So Perez is 11th on the grid.
I'm interested, actually. Chat, I've already got a poll going. Everyone thinks Hamilton's going to get pole. Obviously, Perez being knocked out in Q3 is a huge scalp for Red Bull. Everybody has their own opinions and, I guess, benchmarks for what he should have done this season. Do you think he's done enough for Red Bull this season? Just give me a yes or a no. I'm just interested. That's all. Do you think he's done enough, Tommy? Yes or
no? Yes, but could be better.
Yeah,
I think scrapes
a pass
because there's no doubt he's had a better car than what Albon had, but I don't think he's been like Albon's confidence was clearly shot, and I think they had to go with something new. And the fact that Perez in the last, avoiding this, you think Perez is on a roll. He's doing what he needs to, podium. But yeah, this is like the the worst time for him to falter, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I think he's definitely had moments where you go, that's exactly why Red Bull hired you.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But also not enough, probably, in the sense of a championship fight. And I guess this is another example of that, unfortunately. We'll see what he can do tomorrow, though. It seems like there's probably quite a bit of no. I'd say maybe 70-30 no in the comments. So, yeah, interesting. Interesting to see what people have said there. But that's just my own eyes. It could be completely different to that. But right, Q3 is underway. I should probably start the timer. That would be nice. Go. There we go. Here we go then. Q3 underway. Hamilton, Bottas, Ocon, Tsunoda, Vettel, Norris, Gasly, Alonso, Verstappen, Sainz.
With Perez, actually, you know how we mentioned about him starting lower means, you know, it's going to, even if he gets to fourth, he's going to essentially take.
Look, they're showing the rear wing compliance thing
again.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're going to be doing that all the time now, aren't they? But yeah, with Perez in fourth, even if Perez gets to fourth, he's probably going to be so far behind Bottas that Bottas is going to have the fastest lap buffer, which is also crucial.
Good point. Very good point. Of course, not including safety cars and stuff like that in that equation, because that can also spice things up and not allow anyone to go for fastest lap.
Yeah.
We will see. I just don't know how this race is going to go tomorrow in terms of what it will look like, but there's so many corners that just scream dirty air that, I don't know, I think maybe out of 14, if you can have a good sort of run down there, you can size up and move into turn one, definitely a good shout. It's just whether you can stay within a second through that quick sort of double right, I guess triple right kind of, no. Is it?
And even the first corner is very quick. It's not exactly a heavy braking zone, is it? It's not. I know it's a hairpin-ish, but these cars are so quick now. It's not a Tilke hairpin where they're pretty much stopping to first gear and looping back on themselves. Anyway, Hamilton is on his quick lap.
He is indeed. Let's see what he's like through that first sector. He is going to set a two. Oh no, it's not yet. I thought it was happening. 26.7 for the first sector. Not sure. I mean, Hamilton's actually the first. Oh no, is the Alpine in front of him? I think there, maybe, or maybe he was out late. But either way, Hamilton one of the. No, he is the first driver actually to start a lap. Both the Mercedes just wanted to get on with it. I said, "Oh, Bottas, purple first sector, but it's very close indeed." They both set 26.7s. Let's see. We need a Verstappen.
It's definitely Bottas's strongest part of him as a driver is
qualifying.
His one lap pace is so impressive,
and that just gets him in the mix, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see what Verstappen does in the first sector. Is it going to be anywhere near the Mercedes? Oh, it's purple apparently. Verstappen's purple in the first sector. 26.5 for the first sector, Verstappen. 0.2 up. We're 21.2. Jesus,
Verstappen's going quick.
Yeah, Verstappen's 0.2 up on Hamilton in the first sector. What's his middle sector going to be like? Bottas is going to come over the line. It's going to be anywhere near... Oh, he's 5,000ths. But surely Verstappen's going to lose time in this last sector where it's literally just power.
Yeah.
Norris goes P3. 22.0. Nice lap time from Lando. Oh, it's
Here
so
we go.
close. Tsunoda goes fourth. Lovely stuff.
Hello.
Sure. I mean, I'd love to hype it, but I just can't see this happening. Let's see. Verstappen.
Let's see.
Sainz goes P3. Verstappen to the line. Is it going to be anywhere near? No.
Oh,
P2.
he split the Red Bulls there. That is crucial.
Red Bull's the Mercedes lad.
Sorry.
That's a good lap from Max. Very good lap.
Yeah, very good lap. He
Gasly
would
P4.
absolutely...
Lovely. Oh, there you go. That's what we predicted for Q3.
Minus Verstappen and Bottas.
Oh, yeah. We didn't... Oh, it was Ham Botver, didn't we?
Ham Botver, Gaz, Sainz, we said.
Yeah.
So we're pretty close. I think Verstappen would absolutely take this result right now.
Yeah.
If there's a yellow flag or something at the end of the session.
Just red flag it. Goodbye. Thank you.
He would take it. every day of the week,
Oh,
starting on
was
the
it? Oh no, I thought we were going
front
to
row.
see a replay of a mistake or something, but nope. Have you seen their rear wing loves to break?
Yeah,
Johnny? Absolutely
when
loves
the
to break.
DRS comes up, I
Just
mean,
like flapping
that
away.
that could be absolutely disastrous if that goes in a race
Yeah.
and they have to fix it. You'd almost think that they probably wouldn't even want to use it unless they need to.
Okay, so
Alonso, sorry, I didn't realize Alonso's popped in P5. Fair play.
Yeah, that's because they weren't showing it. Instead, they were showing replays.
Oh, they love to do that, don't they?
So it's Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, Gasly, Alonso, P5. Then it's Sainz, Norris,
Fernando.
Tsunoda, Ocon, and Vettel. Ocon having problems with his Alpine, as already been highlighted. Okay. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Tommy.
People thought Alonso would be too old and rubbish.
Got any other
I
words
hope
of
I'm
wisdom?
playing a good next year.
Got any other words of wisdom?
Words of
for us?
wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
I think not anything other than I think what I said earlier about Verstappen. He's gonna be very lucky to stay there in the next run. Personally,
Yeah, agreed.
So and he'd absolutely take it. It doesn't look like I'm trying to look at the order. Who's going to be? How it's going to change. I can't see. I think Verstappen's put an absolute worldie of a lap in there, and he's very lucky to be within a 10th. I still can't see him going for pole, but you never know. This season has surprised a lot.
It has indeed. I personally see Tsunoda maybe beating Norris, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, good to see that.
Because half a second back on his teammate at the moment is Yuki, so
yeah, he's been a lot closer to that. He's been a lot closer than that, and yeah, clearly hasn't got a great lap together because there's definitely more pace in that AlphaTauri. Sainz is, I think, in terms of the driver that's impressed me most this season of a surprise.
Sainz, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put him as my driver of the year, but in terms of like how much he's surprised me, I think he's put himself into the forefront of like a really, really top driver.
Yeah.
Rather than, I think the way Lando's done so well and Sainz beat him is like the way Lando's done this year has almost made you realize that Sainz was even better than we thought. And then the fact that he's gone into what everyone thought was Leclerc's team, the golden child, and he's done so well. Fair play, Sainz. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Potential to
probably
join
the
that
strongest
elite.
lineup in F1.
Yeah, agreed. Potential to join that elite, I guess, trio, maybe quad. Yeah, that's the word.
Quad.
Of like young drivers, Verstappen, Norris. I mean, Sainz isn't that old, is he either? Like Verstappen, Norris, Russell. And Leclerc.
Sainz is old at what, 25, 26, something like that? 27 maybe?
I don't think he's even that old. I think he's 25, 26, yeah. So,
which feels old for a young driver, but it's not.
Still got 10 years if he wants it.
Plenty of years in him.
Okay, 3 minutes, 5 seconds remaining, and we've got both the Mercedes on the out laps. We're still waiting for Verstappen to go out there, as we are Sainz as well.
He's 27, Carlos Sainz. Wow. Older than I thought.
Oh, he's 27. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So the final driver we're going to see cross the line is Max Verstappen.
Yes.
Yeah. He wants every bit of grip out there, but has to remember there could also be a chance of a yellow flag. Can Max do anything? If he starts P2, that is a sensational performance from him.
100%. Yeah, great for the championship.
And we also want to see a Hamilton Verstappen front row, don't we? Really, deep down.
Yes,
really
and actually get it this time.
Yeah, true. Yeah, very true. We are waiting to see as they all sort of just trundle around. Hamilton, the first driver to set a lap time. Verstappen will be the last. Bookending the entire Q3 field. Hamilton does not want any yellow flags. He just wants to get out there, set the lap time, and go have a nice cold drink. So let's see. Hamilton's around the final corner now, so hopefully we watch him.
No, we definitely just want to watch Verstappen on a slow lap instead.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, let's ride on board. Come on. I want to see some lovely on board Q3 action. Oh, I hate it when they pull away. I just want to watch the onboard.
Yeah, especially this sector.
Yeah, like into
Give us what we want.
Nope. Oh, okay.
No.
Cool. Oh, that's close, but I think it was okay.
Just about.
Okay.
Here we go. Sector 1. How are we doing?
How are we doing, Sector 1? How are we doing? Oh my God.
0.3 quicker than his own fastest lap.
Oh my God.
Oh my days.
Oh
Hamilton is just
God.
really finding everything, isn't he, at this end of the season? He is not giving up. And
That's insane.
let's see. Middle sector.
Wow.
How much quicker can he go?
Oh,
0.3,
God.
nearly 4/10.
He's going to go into the 1 minute 20s. Lewis is
This is an
absolutely
unbelievable
flying.
lap from Hamilton.
Wow. I guess the real question is why are we not seeing Bottas's and what Bottas is up to, please?
Yeah, we would. It'd be nice to just see it on the right where we see the sector.
It would be
But
nice.
Hamilton
it's
is
just
going to be
so hooked up. It's
What are we going
disgusting.
4/10 quicker? What are we going for?
Yeah. Oh, Bottas only
4/10.
27 thousandths up. Oh my God! 20.8.
So Hamilton has gone over half a second quicker than Verstappen, 0.6 quicker than Bottas.
Verstappen is a
yellow
10th
flag,
down.
sector 3.
Oh, yellow. Oh, it's green.
Oh, it's green.
Now.
It's green. Oh, Verstappen looked very wide there.
Okay. So time are going off.
Verstappen could do with Bottas. Oh, yellow
Bottas
flag,
half a
sector 3
second
again.
down.
Oh, is that going to be an improvement though? Because half a second down on Hamilton, who's been
Oh,
unbelievable. Oh, is that Yuki
Gasly.
Tsunoda?
It's Gasly.
Gasly.
It's Gasly.
That's surely.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, can you improve?
Oh, is Max going to improve and get? Oh,
That seems
Oh no, Bottas has
like-
opened his DRS.
That's. Bottas, it hasn't improved anyway.
Bottas didn't.
So
improve.
they can all back out. Wow, I'd love to know what happened to
Gasly.
there. So Tsunoda's not going to be able to improve. No one's going to improve other than
on.
Hamilton.
Oh no, Verstappen did. Verstappen just improved.
Did he need to? Is that going to be a penalty?
Oh, I think they were happy with it.
Okay, cool. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
So Verstappen, Hamilton, front row. We're getting it this time. Hopefully.
Amazing. Oh my days.
Minus everyone's rear wing being illegal. We'll find out, but hopefully not.
Conspiracy as well. Gasly doing that secures P4.
Yeah, what did we say?
Yeah.
Verstappen would take a yellow flag in sector 3 on his final run. Gasly,
Wonder what
hold
happened.
my Red Bull.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, very true. Soft tyres, P4. Right, what's happened to him?
Here we
then?
go. Let's see what happened to Gasly.
Oh, it literally just,
and didn't go in.
just-
I guess he
it
couldn't.
just cut the tyre inside.
Oh my
No,
word! That could be massive for the race then.
Yeah, literally just the way it. Oh,
Oh my word!
I think it's exploded the front wing first. I think. Yeah,
That is insane. That
Jesus.
you just got Gasly's car in the background of the like celebration.
Wow.
So there we go. Hamilton, not really said that he is, half a second clear of Verstappen. Bottas, Gasly takes P4 despite
Having that explosion.
obliterating his front wing and his tyre.
Alonso P5, Norris P6.
They're going to be staying off that curb now in the race, I think.
Sainz 7th, Tsunoda 8th, Ocon 9th, Vettel 10th. That was a good qualifying session. Not one of the worldies we've seen in the past, but Hamilton, very clear. Will we see a little Max move into turn 1? Well, we will have to wait and see. Pierre Gasly could certainly get up to P3 at the start. Could he not?
On the softs, he's going to want to. He could be Max's
Could be a
rear
factor.
gunner,
Yeah, I know, that's mad, isn't it?
which is mad. What a insane thing that would be after Gasly being dropped because he couldn't be Max's rear gunner, and then he essentially ends up doing it in an AlphaTauri
That's
with Perez
insane.
down in 11th. That would be massive. But
literally.
Max has
Red
got to
Bull
be
have got
happy
two
with
cars
that.
in the top 4 and it's not Perez.
Yeah.
That's mad. That is mad. Right,
Wow.
there you go. Tommy, final thoughts?
Final thoughts is, I think for the championship, very, very glad that Max managed to split the Mercedes, and I'm really looking forward to the first lap. If it's anything like what we've seen at Silverstone and every other time these two have been on the front row, I can't see there's any way Max is not going to at least try and send it into the first turn. So,
oh, yeah. If he's halfway alongside, he is absolutely
100%.
sending it.
Yeah,
Million
and he's
percent.
going to push him wide because you're allowed to do that now. And we will see what
unless
happens.
it's gravel. Who knows?
Yeah, there's no gravel.
We'll see.
Well, there is a bit.
No.
Sand.
Yeah. Well, no.
Maybe it's a different rule.
Some
Maybe
of
it's
the
a different
gravel
rule for
traps are
sand.
like literal rocks as well. Like they are proper pebbles that are in some of the gravel traps.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway, guys, my final thoughts are I look forward to tomorrow. It's going to be an awesome, interesting race, and very excited to see how Verstappen is off the line. Can Gasly get Bottas at the start as well? Lots of questions to be asked. And we'll see you tomorrow for Internet's Best Reactions, Monday for podcast, and lots of other videos. Video every single day, so please do subscribe if you haven't already. Leave us a like before you go, because we want to hit those 1K likes, because it means that you like this. Okay, cool.
Please like us.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.